My name is Deb Grayler, and I'm the Executive Director and Supervising Attorney here at Legal Assistance of Olmsted County. Our main goals are to provide free legal representation to people who cannot afford to hire their own attorney. We're educating them on what to expect from the court, again, what the law applies, and what we can actually do for them. And our goal is to, provide them with effective representation and access to the courts. The legal process is very hard to navigate if you're not an attorney. It's very hard to present your case in court, to know what the judge is looking for, especially since the courts are very overburdened right now and judges don't have a lot of time to hear cases. So what we can do is help someone draft the paperwork to get their request before the court. We educate people about their rights and responsibilities. What we deal with here in the office is a lot of issues surrounding family law. So people who are getting divorced, people who are going through maybe a custody battle involving their children. We see a lot of domestic abuse cases, unfortunately, where people need to seek a protective order from the court, either for themselves or for their children when they've been in an abusive relationship. We also see a lot of housing cases where people are experiencing problems with a rental situation. Maybe they're facing an eviction, maybe they have a landlord who's not making repairs to an apartment. We receive about 25% of our budget from the state of Minnesota, and so when that funding was cut off for the month of July, we had to suspend any intake of new cases. So we weren't able to take in any applications because we were concerned about how long the shutdown would go on, and if we had to have temporary layoffs, being able to help the people who we already had here as clients. So we did have to turn away a lot of people who were seeking services. We assist about 900 people per year because we do have a couple different programs. We have clients who actually have cases with extended representation. And then we have a program that's called the Landlord-Tenant Hotline, where either landlords or tenants can call with questions. We usually get about 350 calls a year where we assist people through that program. We also do legal clinics and outreach to the public where we provide brief consultations with volunteer attorneys. So through all of those programs, it's usually about 900 people a year. We see a lot of people coming through our office, refugees in particular, who, you might have children living with, let's say they came over with their parents or they came over with an aunt and uncle, and the aunt and uncle maybe don't have custody of them. So we can help the aunt and uncle obtain a custody order that then allows them to obtain health care on behalf of the child. A lot of people live informally. When they come over from other countries, they live with other family members because their parents maybe died in a refugee camp or something like that. And then when these family members try to access health care for the children, they're not able to do that because they're not a legal guardian. So a lot of times what we're doing is obtaining a formal court order for them so that they can access that medical care, make education decisions, and things like that for their family members.